And good morning, my friends. Welcome back. Another exciting day in Empires and Puzzles has brought us a brand new portal. It is the Titan Hunter portal this time around. So this time they did give us a new hero in this Brachynd. Sure, I'm not sure what to do with that Y in the middle of there, but anyway, this wonderful new Titan Hunter is going to be a purple paladin. Let's do a quick reminder of what we get from the Titan Hunter family, and there will be a bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes. At the start of the battle, they receive plus 10, plus 15, plus 20% mana against Titans. Receives 40, 60, 100% mana. Okay, so they receive that mana at the beginning of the fight versus anything, the 10, 15, 20. But against Titans, they receive the 40, 60, 100% mana based off the number of Titan Hunters that you have. All right. They counterattack with 100, 120, 140% of the damage received from Titan special skills. So that only activates versus Titans, but still kind of fun, helps pump out a little additional damage. Then down here in our passives department, we end up with Enhanced Shield on special skill. Passive skill as attacking character, Dark Shields on the board become enhanced with plus 54% critical chance when this character casts their special skill. And then it also says passive skills as defending character, says Dark Shields on the board become weakened with negative 47% accuracy when this character casts their special skill. So that's pretty fun. All right, and then also we have the Aether Power of Defense up. This will give him plus 20% defense for the first 6 turns, making him a little tankier by nature. Down here in our specials department, we get Venom Guard. Operating at average speed, we're going to get deals 250% damage to all enemies. Against Titans, it deals 500% damage. All allies get plus 50% attack for 4 turns. Against Holy Titans, all allies get plus 60% attack. All allies become soul connected for 4 turns. Soul connected allies share received damage. Okay. So, I mean, look, let's just take a quick moment. I feel like I'm experiencing a little bit of deja vu here. And by that, I mean, I feel like I've done this character review before. Right here, 250% damage to all enemies operating at average speed. All allies get plus 50% attack for 4 turns. All allies become soul connected for 4 turns. All right. But what about Lumion Taiga here? So what do we get out of her? Operating at average speed, we get 250% damage to all enemies. Titans get 500% damage, okay. All allies get plus 50% attack for 4 turns. 60% versus fire. And all allies become soul connected for 4 turns. Okay, so, I mean, stop me if I'm wrong, but that's the exact same special. So really all they did was change the element. Now, really if you're doing Titan Hunter teams that are specifically color stacked, I guess it would make sense that you would want different color heroes that do similar things, but like why is that exactly the same? I feel like we basically have a mimic here, but in Titan Hunter format. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly critical, but the reality is I feel like this is the exact same hero that they released before in a different color with some new art. And that's kind of what we're looking at here. They're even both paladins, right? So, I'm not sure that I have a lot here to mention. 250% damage to all enemies at average speed isn't necessarily one of the strongest hit alls that we've seen. 500% damage to Titans, not bad, but again, it would only be a single target hit on Titans, so basically, that would be helpful, I guess, but still not overly powerful. The all allies get plus 50% attack is cool, but I feel like you get that from other heroes. There are plenty that give you that plus 50% attack, and a lot of them bring a lot more to your Titan team than necessarily just that. The all allies become soul connected can be helpful. To help share damage does make for an interesting ability. Probably more useful for you on Titans than in raids and such. So, where do we stand with this guy overall? I think he's okay. I don't know. I'm not overly impressed with this guy as a Titan Hunter or as a raider or anything like that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this guy, I think I gave Lumi an 8, but maybe a questionable 8. Maybe these guys are more around the 7 range. I don't know. Like, I'm not overly impressed. It's a good new hero, right? Like, it's not going to be bad to use. And that's the important part to point out, is that these characters are strong. They're not going to be bad. I just don't know if there's enough bang for the buck to make this an overly interesting character. And I also think, without being entirely rude, that it's very boring. That it's is literally a reskinned character for a new color. I'm gonna make a prediction and assume that if they did this, I fully expect there to be a holy version, and a fire version, and a nature version of a character that has a very similar skill set, right? Like, if they've done it for 2 elements, why would they not continue with more? So, yeah, just kind of expect to see that moving forward would be my best guess. And if you do pull this guy, that's good. You can still level him up. You can still use him. He's not bad. But like, if you're debating between leveling this guy and another new pull, I think there's a good chance that your other new pull may tip the balance in their direction. It would really just depend on who you're directly comparing. But this guy's fine. He's cool. And that's about all I have to say on this one this morning. I wish it could have been a more exciting review for everyone. But again, like I said, there's not much more to say when you're just looking at the same character in a different color. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you do like what I do, there's a little button at the bottom right. You can click that and find me again in the future. And we'll see you next time.